Dr. Vikki Petersen here. I wanted to talk to you today about sushi. Now, if you'd asked me even a couple of weeks ago if this was a topic I'd ever speak on, I probably would have said no. But recently, with a personal experience as well as that of some patients, I realized that for those who are gluten sensitive, sushi kind of seems like a no-brainer. What do you think of seaweed, rice, fish? Probably pretty good, right? Most people now, of course, know that soy sauce has wheat in it, so they would know to avoid that. But other than that, it seemed like a pretty easy thing to feel safe doing. And of course, when you're at a restaurant that has kind of a mix of different things, sometimes it's hard if you're meeting friends, and so, oh, let's go to sushi might seem, as I said, kind of a no-brainer and an easy solution for those who are avoiding gluten. Yes and no, actually, is more the answer. So I wanted to give you a little heads up on some of the pitfalls when you're eating sushi, if you're so inclined, that you should know about. First of all, tempura has become kind of an addition to sushi. So it's not just the rice and the seaweed and the raw fish, but fish will be dipped in a tempura batter, which is a wheat batter. Also, sometimes they have vegetables that are with tempura, and that is put on top of a roll or various other things that you can get at sushi restaurants. So tempura is a definite no-no, and if you knew that, that's one thing, but the other thing is the preparation process. So if a tempura roll is being prepared, and then right afterwards your roll is being prepared on a platter or a cutting board, it's very important when you're ordering to let them know you need a cleaned off cutting board so there's no cross-contamination. Some patients have told me they like to sit at the bar and watch their sushi being prepared. It's not only a little entertaining to watch the chefs do that, but then they can really make sure that they're communicating, I'm the one that can't have any cross-contamination, so please be careful. So that's a good idea too if it's that kind of restaurant where you can sit and watch. The other thing is crab. You need to know there's real crab and there's fake crab, and a restaurant that has real crab is very proud, and if you ask them if they have any fake crab, they will definitely let you know they do not. But on the other hand, those who use the fake crab are usually pretty forthcoming about that as well. So fake crab does have gluten. It has wheat as part of it, versus real crab does not. Also, if you're a bit of a crab aficionado, by looking at it you can tell the real from the fake, so you might want to look at both of those to make sure that you never are mistaken about that, because the real does have a very different look to it. But make sure your crab is the real thing. Also, fish eggs. Sometimes there's fish eggs that are sprinkled on top of rolls or other things you can get at a sushi restaurant, and those are often marinated in something that has wheat in them, so they are a no-no as well. Also, sauces in general usually are made with soy sauce. There is an eel sauce that is not made with soy, but does contain wheat. That was the recent thing that occurred with one of my patients, where they said, I knew not to do the soy, and then they said, oh, this is eel sauce and it doesn't have soy with it, but it did have wheat. So these are some of the sneaky things. Sauces in general, you should definitely stay away from. The other thing is sesame seeds. Sometimes if you look at the little roll, it's got sesame seeds around the outside. What my research tells me is that those sesame seeds are often in a sort of a shaker mix, so it's not just pure sesame seeds that it's rolled in, but it's a bit of a mix of it, and that can often have wheat in it as well. So these are all the ones to make sure that you avoid. Wasabi is fine. That's the green, very spicy stuff that's there. I've heard that there might be a fake wasabi, so make sure it's the real thing. Also, the seaweed, the nori is fine. That's what's wrapped around the rolls, and it's kind of a flexible, soft. Now, there's kombu, which is another form of seaweed, and that is more crispy, and that has been marinated in either sake, which would be fine, that's an alcohol, or in wheat. So you have to ask about the kombu, or maybe just avoid it altogether. But it's a crispy one versus the nori, which is soft and is typically wrapped around the outside of the roll. So I hope this was helpful. You should be able to enjoy sushi with these warnings, but it would be unfortunate to have the experience that one of my patients recently did, which was to get very sick just because she didn't know to ask. So until next time, I wish you very good health and good sushi eating if you enjoy doing that.